Welcome back everyone, Questin here with my Nakari campaign on Legendary difficulty, going over the early game situation that Nakari does have to deal with. So, over here we are going to recruit some more Marauders for Nakari. No more Forsaken, gonna get this to tier 2. We are losing money at the moment, but there are ways of tackling that particular problem.
Do you know who I am?
Leoness may defeat...
Noble of Nagaroth. Yes, the mother of the Druid.
I need to be a bit mindful of the situation I do face over here. Because I'm kind of pushing myself to the limit. And let's get that non-aggression pact with these guys. I'm sure I'm gonna regret this. But I also may... But the plan I'm going with over here is to deal with Eltharion, but wait for Eltharion to move south. Because Eltharion's army, what we saw in the last video, Eltharion's army is over here, right? So, in this kind of situation, it's in my interest to actually wait. The reason I want to wait, well, one, I can get a cult army in 2 turns. A real cult army, not the pathetic excuse of an army that I currently have. And Eltharion will move against the Skullcrag over here within a fairly quick manner. So what I'm looking to do in this particular situation is I'm looking to attack Torvres, take Torvres when it's vulnerable, and Eltharion can't reply to that situation, because Eltharion, if he moves by land towards the Skullcrag capital over here, then he's not going to have the movement range to reinforce Torvres. If he decides instead to move by a boat to take the shrine over here, even better. 50 shades of purple. Okay. Now, I can go to these guys and declare war and get some money for them for the declaration of war on Everest. But before I do so, I do need to be sure that Eltharion has actually left the premises over here. Oh, that's great. That's fucking amazing. Because his army is really out of position over here. And can I even attack that? Well, I won't be able to fight Eltharion in the open field, but I can attack his army over here. Wipe it out. And then, like, his garrison and his settlement is obviously going to be a major issue. Sure. But oh, that's even better in a lot of ways. Let's move Nakari over here. Now, I could besiege the settlement to prevent the garrison from coming out, but does Nakari have enough movement range? Yes. So we're gonna take this fight. We're gonna draw the garrison. This was really lucky. Right. This was really, really fortunate. So you can't control those guys, but you can control, I think. Yeah, it would be great to get some silver helms. Or regular archers. This is gonna be a brutal one, undeniably so. If only we could control capital. Fortunately, not so easily done, is it? Get some of these archers, just get that unit over there. Now, I could have besieged the capital, but I really don't want to face this entire garrison in its element. And this way, I'll be able to take Torvres in the same turn, which obviously gives me an advantage. And I don't think Eltharion is going to be able to march back and take it back. Okay, so welcome on the battlefield. Now, I have several goals in this battle. One is to not take a lot of damage, because Eltharion's main army is on the field and might be able to reach Torvres in this particular turn. Or he might retreat to his city, though I'll have a cult army next turn, so that won't necessarily be too much of a problem, though I would ideally want to wait. Now over here, my initial army here should, in theory, be able to defeat the Elven army that's arrayed against me. Let's just speed it up. So I'm just going to deploy these archers, try and have them soak some damage. Now, it might have actually been a good idea to auto-resolve this battle. The major benefit of doing that would have been because if I could have auto-resolved this particular battle, alright, let's turn off guard mode. Generally, I obviously keep it on, but not in this case. Because if I could have out-resolved the battle, then yes, I would have lost some units, and yes, I would have taken significant casualties, but... Okay, we are getting those reinforcements. Under Nakari. Nakari's entire army is showing up on the field of battle. These guys might as well not exist. The benefit, though, of not auto-resolving the battle here. Okay. Let's slow it down. Is, like the benefit of auto-resolving is it would have eliminated the garrison force as well. And the thing about dealing with ranged armies, most of the time the auto-resolve is garbage, but when you're dealing with mass range units, as in this particular case, it can actually be worse to fight the battle, dependent on what you're facing. Like the High Elven armies, compared to Nakari's armies, are actually one of those few situations where having to face them manually is actually almost just as painful in quite a few ways. Where are those Phoenix Guards? Because those are the ones I want to debuff. Not there, not there. So not here. Okay, there they are.
Feeding our addiction. Pain and despair. The pangs of suffering. Bring us soul. Scion of the
Now, obviously, don't want to lose him over there, but
Marauders.
Worship your none.
We hunt.
okay. So let's just pull back here.
Marauders. Attack. Glorious! Endless craving. Spare for Slaughter himself.
Okay. Trying to do a lot of damage there.
Marauders of Slaughter. Friends there, fresh.
Alright, since this army wasn't in camp stance, it will be eliminated. Let's just kill Caval. But we did do a lot of damage to the garrison, thankfully. But it would have been better to auto-resolve it from the perspective that that would have certainly eliminated the garrison, just allowing me to walk in very easily there. My army here took a bit of, took quite a lot of damage, so the Forsaken I just threw in there have been hurt severely. Okay, that's it. Well, Demonites were killed. Okay, so the garrison is down to 400 men. I should be able to walk over them pretty easily in the battle. You gotta love devastating flanker. You really gotta do it. That is a decent, but it will only affect that army. He certainly has gotten a huge level.
The Temptalord. Let me invite.
Yeah, no. Alright, so I will lose that one unit of Forsaken. Pretty sure I can go into this battle and lose very, very few units. First, a couple of things I do want to do.
Stop them!
Lord of Slavish.
Don't stop!
Move him there.
Ecstasy.
How much movement do I have in Akari? 32%. I think that should be enough. Okay, we got... Oh, finally some useful stuff. Okay, so we got Rampage. Passive ability, Harvesters of Souls, upgraded. Welling Prey. Yeah, that's kind of worthless right now. So just get that, and that.
This will slaughter me.
For her, we get Slippery. There are certainly some advantage in...
For the Dark Prince.
Okay. So let's get Chaos Vanguard for him.
I desire it. Prince of Pain.
An insult to Everest.
Oh, Eltharion. He's gonna be a nightmare, isn't he? A little piece of damn nightmare.
Ruin.
If he attacks here, we're screwed. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Tower of Res. Formidable defensive situation. We're gonna put these guys in there. Put these guys there as well so they don't take any damage. Move them here. And everyone else just charges the gate. Pretty damn simple. That was a poor use of that magical trap, I gotta say.
Yes. Go. We shall act this. Feast. Die. I need souls. Moving. Fine. Tasmagoria.
The serpent strikes!
Slash. No!
Behold magnificence!
Glorious!
All right, they're rampaging.
Eternal defenders! Enemy soldiers!
Makar needs some help there.
By the Hellforge!
Assyrian guide brace!
Charge!
Can't lose Nakari.
Your desires are mine. Now,
Eternal hunters!
drinking pain. Attack! Power of Slaanesh!
Glittering host!
Slay them!
Destruction awaits!
Nakari moves. Seeking Slaanesh's embrace. Do not touch Nakari.
I find Nakari wanted to be touched. Oh, you gotta love that mass.
Turn against us!
Marauders of Slaanesh!
Well, that's it, basically.
Seeking Slaanesh's embrace!
Yeah, if I had to deal with the Phoenix Guard over here, that would have been painful because I would have taken a lot of damage from the towers. Thankfully, they're unbreakable.
Sack!
Most privileged of Slaanesh.
Now, into the Tempter Lord. This sensuous.
Join the pavilion of pleasure.
Eternal taster.
I do need this disciple army size soon enough.
Gift from my
Now I'm moving
master.
Nakari out of the settlement. Because if Eltharion decides to move his army here, I'll just withdraw. He won't attack. And if he does, he's the idiot for it. But I don't think he will attack his own Torivres here. Actually, I don't think he necessarily even has movement points for it. I mean, he can do it. He can move pretty close to it, but not there. My ideal scenario here would have me...
Only the
Okay, we might get a vision on
Grom
Grom.
can hardly see you past Grom's belly. Watch
So let's get a bit of money.
Triumph.
God.
And I see the truth hidden behind your words.
What about Safari? What's my situation with Safari?
You are no friend of the Asur of Ulf.
Magic impurity.
Yep. So Alarielle is at war with Safari. Believe it or not, this is a major benefit for me because it means, and she hasn't taken the Phoenix Gate. This is huge because it means she's not gonna, like, she can't bypass the gate until she takes it. Let's see what Eltharion does. All right, he's moved on. This is great. This is exactly what I really wanted here. The reason I wanted this specific scenario, it was a risk, everything I did, but you're never going to have the exact same situation. The AI will always move differently, but the reason I went for this particular approach is because I didn't want to have to chase down Eltharion over there, I gotta say. And that would not have been a pleasant experience. So now...
Master,
yeah, I'm not doing
your
that.
search for the
That's
blade lost in the
that's
sea
a
of dreams
really,
has
really
borne
harsh
fruit.
battle. I'm
The
gonna need a
prize is
lot
close.
more troops if I'm gonna win that. So what happens now? He's raised that settlement to the ground. That's good.
Cruel and deadly.
What do you want?
Lord of Fear.
Burn the coastline. Those I can try.
That's actually really, really good for me personally. So I can get some cults activated here. But crucially, like sometimes he'll take this element. If he does, that's where it really hurts in a lot of ways. But now I can just march my army here since Eltharion has no other settlement except Lina. And just, yeah, in this case I'll take the auto resolve. Oh, damn, okay. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame, but... And now...
For Ulth-One to survive, you must meet your end.
You can see what's happening here, right? You sell him Torivres back. And I sell him Kurtis' capital back as well. This will ensure stabilization.
For the fallen.
The situation is stabilized. So Eltharion, he actually, like, this is the best situation. This is the best way to vassalize someone, because if you can avoid eliminating his main army, I did kill Caval. That's gonna be a bit of a pain for Eltharion. But now all I do over here is get rid of this particular army, move Nakari north. I got a lot of money from that particular process.
Noble of Nagaroth.
And eventually I'll...
Your behest.
Cruel Dreadlord.
Say what you got.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
When I end up at war with Tyrion, Eltharion will deal with... He'll take that entire province over there. Yeah, so yeah, I'm in a good situation. And you know Eltharion will always move south to deal with the Skullcrag. That is simply a fact of what he's going... Okay, so the Phoenix Gate has been raised. I don't know what's with the AI, because whenever I play a campaign, and the vast majority of cases, this will happen. While Eltharion usually won't raise the settlement over there in southern Nevres, Alarielle does have this significant tendency of doing so. I think it's because she doesn't want to leave her territory undefended against Safri, since she is at war with them. But guess who's going to benefit from this the most? Me. Okay, so we get Slaanesh being the dominant one. We pull back over here, and we get more Forsaken.
Take your place in the Legion of Pain.
Okay, so we got a cult over here. I can get diplomatic relations, devotion, seductive influence. The cultist here will be summoned if capacity is available. Capacity is available, so let's get that cultist over there. And we're gonna start spreading our... And this will always happen with the factions in the north, because they're the only minor factions that can survive. The southern ones usually get wiped out.
It is night.
Lord.
What? Favor... Morathi. Morathi will hear your insignificant plight. Immediately.
And I keep building that relation with her.
What you want? Grom the Pope!
Lady of Ulthuan.
Everqueen.
Prince Eltharion.
But yeah, the hard part is over. I didn't even have to besiege over there. Out of curiosity, how substantial is this army? Oh yeah, I stand no chance. It is a bit of a shame. Some quest battles are really easy, some are really hard, like that one. So over here, I'm just gonna keep moving Nakari's army over there. I can always go for the Skullcrag and get the declaration of war against Tyrion. Now, I know Tyrion is really substantial, but he's actually going to struggle quite a bit against Eltharion over there. Partly because Eltharion has a lot of benefits, suffice it to say. Okay, so we got the cultist here. Now, the sole purpose of this particular cultist is to march here. Let's go. Okay, so we can go and see where we can make some money.
Do you come seeking pleasure or pain? I could.
Right, so they're not going to be a problem. And basically, my entire eastern coast here is safe at the moment.
I must taste flesh.
For the Dark Prince. Promise of pain.
Time to savor.
Now, I don't want her to take the Phoenix Gate there anymore. Let's see with Eltharion. Okay, come on, Grom. I expected better from you.
What vile filth stands before me?
You are a guest in my realm. You will act like...
We'll see about that. So I've got Crix, Katik, and Eltharion as well. Obviously, this is going to limit Eltharion's potential, but still. You usually want... Okay, it's beginning. So, Everqueen, how does it feel to be at war with half of Ulthuan already? Because that is half of Ulthuan. That she just declared war on me. Also, her war with Crix. Her war, sorry, with Safri. So now, just a question of moving against Alarielle, defeating her admittedly substantial force in an open battle. So you can buff. Okay, let's reduce leadership. Reducing leadership is actually pretty damn substantial.
Make pleasure here.
Onward. The Dark Prince chooses.
Let's go there.
You are no friend of the Asur of Ulthuan.
Okay, if I wait too long at this point, let's see what Tyrion is at war with.
I am quick to anger and slow to forgive.
Now, effectively, I want to vassalize Alarielle.
At your service.
I do enjoy watching the debasement.
Of course.
Okay, let's remove that.
The Goblin King! Yeah?
So I need 5 turns in order to end this non-aggression pact. But I can go to these guys and ask them for a war against Tyrion. They'll pay me a decent amount for that. And since I'm beginning those wars, we can also get a war against Terranok. Okay. No. Do I want that?
No need to beg.
I do want to eliminate Noctilus eventually, but not now. Right now I've got... You gotta pick your fights.
You called?
Defender of the...
Queen of Avelorn.
Duty is purpose.
Now, Eltharion is not yet a war with Tharion, but that's fine. He will be. Besides, as long as the Skullcrag remain a foreign there.
And it shall be done.
Kind of funny that Sigvald always ends up in a war with the fellow Soneshi faction. Alright. So if you thought what I've been dealing with so far has been difficult, oof, you don't know what I've unleashed over here. It is gonna get rough. Undeniably so. I could adopt a defensive posture, take the Shrine of Cain, but I kind of want them. Alright, so Alarielle is there. If I can go past the Phoenix Gate, that's the ideal scenario as far as I'm concerned, because that means that I've moved past... Okay, so here on turn 13, we can... I think I'm gonna start using Proliferate Cults, because we got Spring Break. And let's set this up over here. We can get Diplomatic Relations, Cultists, Disciple Army will be summoned, devotees per turn.
You are not welcome in my court, yet here you are. Friend. Agreed.
Okay.
The Empire. My hand hovers close to my blade. Utter your demand before I raise it. Right?
These factions I'm not going to end up at war with. So we got the cult there.
Received.
I could get a cultist here and then... I think I'll wait in Altdorf. Where else do I have cults? So one there. One here. Oh, Rapunzel.
Speak, before I decide you are better kept in a jail. I will at once.
I'm gonna start declaring war on a lot of factions, it's true.
Phillip, do you know who I am? Whether chivalrous or not, I will strike you down, scum, if your words displease me.
But I need the money.
Fail.
So over here, we're gonna get the cultist. And I'm going to start switching to construction costs for old buildings. Now, for Nakari over here, well, I'll use this Lord to take over the Phoenix Gate.
This will be home
and rebuild it.
The Tempter Lord.
And because we took the Phoenix Gate, we get more movement. Now, I want to move Nakari over here.
Lord of Exodus.
The elves might attack us. There is an army here, and I'm pretty damn certain Alarielle has a third army based on the balance of power. Because remember, I have 2 armies.
My time and temper are short. Lord of
No, you're gonna be dead soon enough.
The great horned rat favors Mimi.
Can you get a bit of... It's kind of hilarious to just get money from these kind of factions, right? By just declaring war and then getting peace. Nakari, the true master of the economic potential of a faction. It's is a bit of a hilarious situation. I can spend 2,000 over here for some growth, and I kind of want it as well. Let's go with that. Because I want to start getting Chaos Warriors, and that requires a tier 3 settlement at least. So Altdorf. Okay, so that was the second cult. Did I only get 2? Seems like it. I mean, it says up to 3, but that wasn't 3. Okay.
Name it.
Now this cultist is gonna keep moving. I'll need money. But this is where things start getting good in Nakari's campaign. All that miserable early game stuff that I did, there was a reason behind it. Okay, so Tyrion has basically wiped out the Skullcrag over there. I've given Eltharion his marching orders. Oh, Alarielle, this is stupid, even for you. Why are the... Okay. Okay, I can't get free, regardless of how hard I try. But unfortunate. So some Dryads or some Archers, that's the decision I have to make here. I think I'll go with the Archers. That is a lot of Archers. Or I could decide not to even fight this battle. Oh, ouch. That's really gonna benefit them, not me. I'm gonna put these guys in the back here. Put the flankers all here, basically. Though these guys can't hide. It's a bit weird with, like, chariots, I guess I understand, but these guys aren't really big. I think I want them to just be like... Okay, I'm gonna deploy these guys here as like a front line. Bait them into attacking. Bait them into attacking and then hit them. Yeah, these guys can't hide, so I'll just put them here. I mean, obviously Nakari is going to be the huge, massive target here. But my goal is to drive them out of position, get them to cross the bridge, then flatten them. And they're going to do exactly that in their stupid, foolish, elven manner. So just let them come. Like, if I were to fight to the bridges, it would just benefit their elven archer, so this is gonna be a tough one. Just remember, they attacked, so they have to win. I do prefer having to deal with the situation here, rather than dealing with them in their settlements, or dealing with the settlement garrison. Besides, this way I can weaken the army further, because I can seduce units here, and then I can seduce in the settlement itself. Didn't realize that the Phoenix Gate, though, as ruin actually slows you down. Okay,
By the Hellforged, power of Slanesh. Onward! We are in agreement. Tasmagoria! Go! This will do. Move! I shall act this.
alright.
No one faster.
So we dance with Nakari over here. Honestly, improving Nakari's magical ability just feels pointless in a lot of ways. Well, actually, improving Nakari's melee ability feels a bit pointless, because damage is there. Sure, but...
Onward! We are in agreement.
What are you gonna do there? Alright, they're moving. He does have a decent enough level.
duty!
This will do.
Savor their agony!
Archers, we away! We advance!
Your desires are mine. Attack!
Archers!
Endless craving. They shall acquiesce. Thirsty. Slash!
Urifer! Spears!
Okay. Let's hit them hard, hit them fast.
Now! Charge!
Lacerate them! A dark bargain.
Our master asks!
I shall dance.
Let them commit.
Archers!
Death through sensation!
Akari moves.
And then we send all of these guys here.
Akari. Unleash thy power.
Slay them!
The Dark Prince's servant!
Akari.
Marauders!
Seeking Slaanege's embrace.
Akari.
Enjoy your deaths!
On the hunt!
Moving.
Lacoy!
Bring us souls!
Now.
It will be done! Loyal!
An intriguing sin.
Okay, pull these guys back, pull these guys back.
Decadent seekers. Sin!
Akari.
Hellstrider!
They're not going back in. They, however, are.
Akari.
Archers! We will obey!
Slanesh decrees it!
Power of Slanesh. Faster.
To the next victory! Yes! We will obey!
Slaneshi cultists!
Marauders! We submit.
Alright, some are starting to break, but not enough.
On the hunt!
Pain is a gift. Make them
Get those archers down.
Tasmagoria.
supple servants of Slanesh.
Marauders of Slanesh!
East.
Sin!
Alright, get devastating flanker over here.
Delicious!
The pangs of suffering!
Do not touch the Kari.
Hunt them down!
The battle is not over.
Despair! Marauders of Slanesh!
The cult thrives!
Ah!
Kill! Kill!
Spearmen! Drinking pain!
Marauders! The eternal hunters!
Just gonna have to chase these guys down.
A dance of pain!
Lakoi!
Marauders of Slaanesh!
Okay.
Agreed.
Well, that's a weird bug.
What do you want?
Bring us Arturia's degradation!
Beings of great power.
Taste pleasure.
The Tempter Lord.
Lord of Slaanesh.
A waste of good.
You are tempted.
Exquisite decadence.
I shall have vengeance on them. Hunger for souls.
The only death I fear is the death
Okay, Alarielle. I see what you are.
Speak.
Now, Alarielle's army is a completely
You are no
different
friend.
kettle of fish, I'd argue.
Wretch! Bow to me!
You dare beg favor from the Grim Warden.
Great leader! Fatter than anyone! I'm in charge here. What do you want?
What?
Biggest
Divine immortality.
now! Don't mess with me! What's your message?
Okay, that was a bit weird.
By the comet!
So we consumed.
Name it.
Let's just move there.
Time to savor.
I am. Hey, I can summon a powerful army.
This will slaughter many.
For her, going to get Scarred Veteran. And I think it's time to give some items to people. Oh, nice. Bit of word save.
Decadence calls. I must taste flesh. If this now intellect. Ecstasy waits. Stalkers of the night.
I might be making a mistake by not
Light of Avelorn.
summoning an army here.
Secrets. Bring ruin.
But at the same time, okay, I can summon that, take that. In this particular battle, the reinforcements are going to arrive on this side. Well, I'm going to deploy my units on over here to deal with them. These guys will be put as far as I can over on that side. And we are going to greet the elves here. We also have these reinforcements, but honestly I'm not particularly interested in them. So we're gonna make a group. Nakari is going to be part of that group. Well, Nakari is also going to move here. The early game difficulties have passed. We just need to deal with Alarielle. Now my concern is of course Alarielle's army. I could have attacked this army over here on the open field, by the way, but the reason that wouldn't have been a good idea is it's likely this army would have run away. Okay, so here we go. You gotta love Nakari's rampage ability. It's like it just makes those
Enjoy your death.
those melee, those ranged units
For duty.
much less threatening. Let's
Attack!
let's deal with that. Okay. So now with that in mind, let's advance. Their damn stealth ability. I think it was the ridge. Alright, they're broken. Try and chase down as many as we can. Decisive victory. Okay. So 1,000 gold. Let's loot and occupy. I'm going for loot over here because I know it's a higher level settlement. I think I'm gonna keep this building. I don't necessarily want to keep this province though. So next turn, I should be able to... Alright, let's get that diplomatic benefits. That diplomatic benefit in this particular campaign. Get Blade Shield for her. For him, get Chaos Vanguard. And let's move this particular hero.
Dance on. Onward. The cult of pleasing perfection.
Okay.
You honor me.
I bid you welcome and invite you to say your piece.
She is in a war with Archon. Interestingly enough.
Great leader!
No, the Black Court is no place for the weak.
Bow to me!
Now I do want Nagaryth for myself. I think I'm not going to pick up the Sword of Cain. For all the combat benefits the Sword of Cain gives you, and they are certainly there, there are certainly drawbacks as well. Now I think I'm going to ignore the Gay and Veil in this situation. Tyrion is going to lay siege to Safari. I'm gonna sack Torfina. Okay, Alarielle, that was your funeral. Over there in that situation. So Tyrion has either withdrawn or bypassed Safari. I think he might have withdrawn.
Will you savor the tastes of X?
Crom is really struggling in this campaign. I'll want Safari for myself, of course, but I also... Let's see what they end up doing. But I want to leave the Gale Veil last, because I want to give that to Alarielle. Demons in general don't have a problem with climate, but magical forest, well, Nikari does have a bit of an issue with climate. So ocean and desert, that's not really a big deal. Why is she still in camp stance? That is the weird part there, I'll be honest. We're gonna take these guys and we're gonna get the mirror guard as well.
Yes.
Now, if you think I'm not taking control of these guys, you haven't really played. Yeah.
The chopper is in my hand.
Are you... Well, this is simply marvelous. More playthings to talk to. Tell me your desires.
So I think allying Sigvald would really be the play here.
Stephen Warlord!
But we'll see about that.
Your divine notice shall
Wait, really?
one day be rewarded.
Interesting decision. Well, it makes sense. What's the penalty? Control I can deal with.
Slaughter! My blood rage!
And I can certainly hold the entire territory here as well. It would cost me the
Do
cult.
you come seeking pleasure, or let us celebrate?
But I think it's worthwhile.
Stephen Warlord!
Your demeanor tells me you aren't here to duel.
Let's start getting those diplomatic agreements.
Verminous valor!
Dominate! Yes, I am handsome.
For now.
Demon bound.
I am not making an alliance with him. Although...
I will murder anyone. No help needed. Great leader.
Yeah, that was very beneficial because it happened.
Northmen, come!
Want trip to Skaven Blight? Could be a... Now! Now! I, Count Noctilus.
I have a great many things to see to, so be quick.
Sorcerers.
Am I supposed to listen?
Very
Indeed.
I'm gonna start being a bit of a troll, though.
Yes. What do you bring before the hag sorceress?
How will I be able to troll?
Such delight.
Because what I'm really looking for here is seductive influence.
Big as an orc.
Now, bear in mind,
Enter then. Are you after a drink, a fist fight, or both?
seductive influence isn't the be-all and end-all in a situation like this.
Oh, faster than it. Ready the lever. Great leader. You have warpstone, yes, yes?
Okay, so it turns until I can declare war on them.
My minions are restless. This had better be important, for your sake.
Skaven warlord!
What vile filth stands before me?
By the light of the... You are a guest in my realm. You will act like a wise move.
Alright, start getting that seductive influence going. The thing is, you nullify half the versions, and minus 20 is not really a bad situation.
I will consider any suggestion that aids Tor Ivres.
Prince of War.
Okay, let's move him here. I know she would withdraw.
Behold my...
What have you done to yourself?
Now you are ready.
Genuinely, really, what have you done to yourself? Don't know. Okay, that's some decent units.
You're prick.
Let's get Forsaken. We can get the Cultist here. This is a bit of pointless structure. Twisted Towers could be nice though.
Pursuit of ecstasy.
Or I could just sell this entire province because I don't really want it.
It shall be done.
I'm pretty sure if I had not...
The last thing you will know is
I mean, I could sell one of these settlements, the Palace of Princes, all that kind of stuff. Get a decent level of money here. How much is this army?
Onward.
I might be able to afford it and even recruit some decent enough units here. What is
no need to summon me where shadows form. I am there.
Bellicor. You are... That is a bit of a hilarious situation, I'll be honest with you.
True savages. To be honest, I'd rather be raiding. Done.
No lie.
The goblin eyes, big as an oak.
Right, damn hilarious. So Eltharion is over here. We got this over here.
Of course.
Sarah is also marching on Safari. Well, they're gonna be a problem for Eltharion, but he gets to deal with that, not me. Okay. Well, let's go do it. So, over here on the battlefield, Alarielle's army will be deployed here. We do have the Tree Spirits. A bit of an interesting deployment here of forces by Nakari's troops. So this army is going to go over here. Tree Spirits in the front, just to, you know, take a lot of the damage. People wonder why I harp on. Some people may wonder why I harp on so much about Forest Spirit units. You're about to figure out why. Very, very quickly in this particular battle. So I do have a regiment renown of chariots. Now, Nakari's main army, so to speak, the units he starts with, are certainly very flank focused, right? Units that benefit from just outmaneuvering the enemy on the battlefield. Alarielle's really screwing herself over, by the way, over here. The reason I'm saying that is because, well... Oh, she did deploy in an interesting fashion there. I did not necessarily expect her entire army to be so far deployed over here in the woods. That's gonna be a bit of a problem, though. Not really too much of a significant issue. Okay, gotta disable. Okay. Alright, let's try and get some flank attacks, and I'm actually gonna send these units. The reason I say Alarielle is kind of screwing herself over here is because by deploying her units in such a way, she's really diminishing her combat potential of her archers in particular. You know what's bad in Total War? Controlling a very large army when microing them is hard. Now, Bretonia is no problem because Bretonia has significant casualty replenishment. You don't. So the casualties you're taking for management over here, like in this case, are actually going to hurt me quite a bit in my campaign. Like, Nakari can obviously take a lot of damage, but still. Not an ideal world. So let's position them on the archers. Actually try and keep these guys out of the fray because we don't want that. Send the Aluris over here. Okay.
Charge! Unleash thy power. Dark hearts to the next victory.
Oh shit. How the...
Warriors of Slanesh.
What level does she have a mage as? And she has that damn spell. I mean, it's only rank 1. How the fuck did she unlock that? Or is that one of her benefits, really? So yeah, my guys are gonna take a bit more damage here than I would have liked, just because of that damn spell. Oh, you gotta love those attacks. Let's end. Yeah, let's kill this one. Alright, her army is mostly breaking apart at this point. Oh, look at Nakari hunting over that Archmage. Oh, those magical attacks. So a bit more damage than I would have liked, I admit. Alright, that one should be gone. Pull these guys back. Let's try and prevent that one from escaping.
Faster.
Right, Spearman still holding there.
Warriors of Slaanesh.
These guys are rallying. Alright.
Mutilation.
There we go. More casualties, but yeah, wood battles are annoying. Okay, so Alarielle has lost her hero. And I obviously do want to... Let's just sack it, actually.
Even in death, we serve Ulthwan.
Drink their souls.
Well, that's a bit of a weird one.
Lord of Slaanesh. March with the Prince of Chaos. Give yourself to Slaanesh, body and soul.
You gotta love that benefit I just got over there for defeating the Everqueen. It's quite a sweet benefit there. Okay, so in terms of Nakari's benefits here, there isn't a skill, there's only this skill that gives me casualty replenishment, which would be very damn welcome. So I can improve Keeper Secrets, Seeker Chariots, Cast Warriors of Slaanesh, Chosen of Slaanesh, Marauders of Slaanesh, Hellstriders of Slaanesh. Let's get...
Gift from my master.
Need that armor benefit. HP.
A true gift of Slaanesh.
For the Lurus, start unlocking the... Well, actually, let's just go like this, get the Pendulum. And we're gonna want... I think I want to send Nakari. Okay. Now, as for this army over here,
Ecstasy.
I should be able to soon enough unlock more regiments renowned. I could decide
Name it. And
to sell all of this territory to Be'lakor, or I can try and defend it with this army, though bear in mind the cost over here is pretty damn substantial, though there are some useful landmarks like Demonet upkeep. Yeah, that's pretty damn substantial. Let's see the Palace of Princes. Actually, nothing. It's kind of pointless to put... I mean, yeah, recruiting Hellstriders is pretty nice all the same, but I don't really need Hellstriders here. Do I have the ability of getting Demonets? No. For whatever reason. I do not. So this army is going to push on to the Gaian Vale, while this particular force is going to push on over here to Torfino. You take Torfino, Therion obviously is a major issue, or I could decide to raise a cult, raise a disciple army over here, to take the Gaean Vale while Nakari just continues onward. Or maybe besiege the Gaean Vale. I mean, I don't want the Gaean Vale for myself. I want to give this entire province to her, and I want Safri for myself, so it's going to be an interesting situation over there. Money-wise, I'm okay for a moment. I do want to recruit some units here. I could also just sell this entire territory to Sigvald. Yes? You know, get a ridiculous amount of money. Maybe even vassalize Sigvald if push comes to shove.
You have a proposal, yes? Good.
But I would need more money. How much money would you need? Okay, about triple what I have. Bit of a shame. Unless Sigvald loses a major battle.
The devoted flay themselves. The power of desire.
Alright, that's a cult established over there. I'm gonna keep her on that side. Tyrion might become an issue, but he's still got Safri to go from. And yeah, I think sending my secondary army to take Torfinu, hold it, because that army can defeat Safri. Oh, they're declaring war. I am so terrified. Oh, we got a cult over there. There are benefits to having cults like that in vassal territory. Because you can get some devotees per turn, cultist capacity, all that kind of good stuff.
Savor the agony. Time to savor. Bout! I know all.
What? Yes. What do you bring before?
My come to the clan. What could we do for you?
3 champions fall.
Great leader! Now!
Bloodthirsty! Enter then! Are you up?
Verminous valor!
For the Dark Prince, prepare my
So over here, I'm looking to get the cult up.
Never.
Tyrion can't bypass Safri. No. Safri can't ignore Tyrion. Just take that.
Suffer. Raise the banners of Sinnelleos.
Let's get that vigor loss reduction. Only is useful for an army of this kind of nature. And let's attack the Gaean Vale. Totally. And this will allow me to subjugate her. Let me see over here. So this particular army can defeat her. I mean, I'm annoyed by having to do this, of course, but still. It will work. So we can get free archer units. Remove quite a bit of their ranged capability. So just a bit down the line, I did win the battle in the Gaean Vale. I vassalized Alarielle, I sold her territory back to her, and now I'm besieged by Tyrion, who apparently decided he was going to bypass the White Tower of Hoeth, might have even taken the White Tower of Hoeth, sacked it, and that's why he's moved against me. So he's got his full stacks over here, though I think Alistair took a lot of damage from the White Tower of Hoeth, whereas Therion himself is got a full stack of troops. But although he personally is absolutely very, very strong, he is actually missing his one really powerful item because he's not high enough rank to actually get it. So he's not going to have that ridiculous HP regeneration over here. But this campaign is effectively done. There's no way I'm losing the battle against Therion, because if I bring in my reinforcements here, I will win. Hell, I would probably win with just Nakari's army over here. Bit of a questionable decision if you ask me, because I moved these forces over here deliberately to block Therion. Now it's just a question of not getting hamstrung by my vassals doing really stupid shit, like for instance Katik taking this particular settlement, which is not great from my perspective, because it would have been better had Eltharion gained control of it. But that's a different discussion for another time, how vassals are not exactly, how vassals can be really annoying to deal with. But yeah, defeat Therion, bypass Port Elistor, take his entire province for myself. Actually, Lufar Harkon is just gonna take that himself. I guess I'm gonna have to end up at war with him. But take Lothern for myself. Give Safri to Therion to have as province. And after that, just yeah, take the western part of Ulthuan. Finally, wipe these guys out. Take their territory for myself again. And yeah, just expand from there on. Or maybe I could give all of this territory to Alarielle in order to actually give her the Sword of Gain. Yeah, that is a calculation that you can have. I actually don't have a lot of territory myself in this particular situation, so maybe giving this territory, though is unpleasant climate for her, so her economic potential there would be limited. I think it would be better if I gave Eltharion to Alarielle. Maybe Taranok as well. So you do have to balance this out. Vassal income is at the moment not particularly good for any one of my vassals. How much is Alarielle generating?
Your intentions are clear to me, but
she should be more. She is more. Okay. So yeah, that's it. This is how you dominate with Nakari in the early game, because now I've got Eltharion and Alarielle. I can't lose against Therion. I do want to kill him in this battle because I want to prevent him from gaining ranks, and the way you do that is you need to kill him in battle. If he gets that special item, he becomes a genuine nightmare. Then obviously I deal with the White Tower of Hoeth, Crix GTFO basically from that, leave that alone. It would be really annoying if Crix decided to do something like as stupid as that, but we will see. Anyway. I might continue this campaign, I might not, but I hope you find this useful in terms of dealing with Nakari's fairly brutal early game in a lot of ways. Costin here, signing out.